I'm going to start with Thibaut Courtois, arguably the best goalkeeper in the world between the sticks for Madrid. He put the team on his back, helped them win that trophy, was fantastic in the final in particular. He's going to be starting, of course. And then in my back line, I'm going to go with David Alaba at left back. I know he played at center back this past season. He did it to great effect, but we could argue that he likes to get forward. He scored a great goal against Barcelona in El Clasico, his first ever El Clasico. And we know that he has the tendency and the ability to get forward. He could also slot in midfield. I like him at left back, especially if they're playing opponents where they can get after them. Maybe if they want to go more defensive, they can bring Ferland Mendy in instead. But then you got Antonio Rudiger, who came over from Chelsea, Eder Militao, arguably one of the best young players, yes, young defenders in the world. And then Danny Carvajal. I think that might be their weak link once again. But if he's fully fit, then I think that's a very formidable back line.
First of all, Carvajal is not Real Madrid's weak point. In fact, a fully fit Carvajal is one of the best right back in the world, if not the best. A perfect example of a Carvajal we have seen in the final of Champions League. A lot of people said that Carvajal would have no chance, won't stand any chance against Luis Diaz. But in the final, Carvajal showed the world that who is the real boss. In fact, Diaz could not do anything against Carvajal. But at the same time, Jimmy pointed out that Carvajal's main weakness is his fitness. But what I do agree with him is that in that position, we don't have enough depth compared to like other positions. Left back, we have Mendy, we have Alaba. In center back, we have Nacho, we have Militao, we have Rudiger, or even Alaba. So let's look at their best 11 for Real Madrid next season. So in the goalie, Courtois, no discussion here. But in the center back, Militao, Rudiger, Carvajal, Alaba. Again, no discussion. This is the best defense we can have. The issue I have is that the positional selection for Rudiger and Militao. Militao's preferred position is right side. On the other hand, Rudiger's preferred position is left side. So I don't know why they have swapped the position here. It could be a simple mistake, or the one who made the list have no idea about what they play. Now on the left side though, as Jimmy pointed out, Alaba will be our best player when we need to attack. If we're playing to score goals, we need to create a lot of chance. Alaba is the best bet. On the other hand, if we want to be a little bit defensive, we want to have a defensive solidity, or we're playing against a high pressing team, we need more defense, Mendy is a very good option. And to be honest, this is the kind of luxury having a players like Mendy and Alaba at the same time. I'd say a lot of Real Madrid fans don't like Mendy. However, don't sleep on Mendy. We have seen time to time when Mendy plays and when he doesn't play, there's a huge contrast in terms of defensive performance of Real Madrid. Now let's look at midfield. Luka Modric and Toni Kroos as defensive midfielder. Wow. Ooh, so no defense, just vibe. Not only that, they also swapped the position. Like Kroos like to play in the left side and Modric on the right side. That's how it is. Okay, let's move to front side. Oh my god. Casemiro as a center midfielder or center attacking midfielder? Are you kidding me? Are you alien watching football from Jupiter or Saturn? Have you not watched Casemiro? Where does he play?
It's like an alien watching us, and look at Casemiro, he's a tall player. He might be playing as a center attacking midfielder. Wow.
Also, I slightly disagree. This is our best midfield. Even if you include Casemiro as CDM where he does play, and Kroos and Modric, I think we can have better combination with some of our youngsters in the team. Like we can have Camavinga, we can have Valverde, we can have Tchouaméni. So I don't think this trio would be playing as many games as I did in last couple of campaigns. This year we might see some change here. Now another shocking, the Vinicius as a right wing and Rodrigo as a left wing. Oh my god. Vinicius Junior's best position is left wing. Simply put that way. There's no discussion. Instead, most of the chance we create is from through the left side where Vinicius plays. And he barely played as a right winger even last campaign. On the other hand, Rodrigo, even though Rodrigo plays better at left wing compared to right wing, but it is what it is. Vinicius Junior is simply the better player as of now. So Rodrigo has to play right side. Now at right side, it doesn't have to be Rodrigo. We have a couple of options. First of all, Valverde will likely play big games like he did in the final as a right winger or right wing side to give support to Carvajal. On the other hand, we can also play Hazard in our right wing. All I would say, this team selection, especially the position wise, is very hilarious and probably is made by someone who doesn't watch Real Madrid.
I think the Real Madrid is trying to find a way of bringing more players in the midfield. They know the Kroos that is going to be once again my starter, that Modric that is going to be once again my starter, because these two guys are the ones who brings the creativity in the midfield. The one who is going to give you the balance once again is Casemiro. It's true that at the end of the last season we saw Camavinga getting involved and doing quite a fantastic job also Dani Ceballos, the player who was on loan at Arsenal. Also, when he was involved, was one of those special players that when he's on the ball, every single time he's got that calmness, knows how to link with the strikers, and he's a player who I think that even though that Real Madrid wanted to give him all loan once again, he's gonna stay 1 year more. And there is no many changes for this Real Madrid. And why you need changes when the things are going well and it's been working? This is a team that won last year Champions League, won La Liga, and of course you need to bring more players at the team. But it's not in a rush. Real Madrid, they know they're up front, that and I'm sure that you're gonna bring all the firepower that they have. But in the midfield, no many changes. Also, maybe I've seen Militao also helping in the midfield a couple of times last year. I think that also Rudiger played for Chelsea a couple of times as a holding midfielder in some occasion, something that can help also Real Madrid to try to give a little bit of rest to Casemiro, because
Who don't need Rudiger or Militao to play center defensive midfield position to rest Casemiro? We have Tchouaméni too for that. Even you can play Camavinga in that position. We have seen Camavinga can do the job, maybe not as good as Casemiro defensive wise. And given Real Madrid has so many players at midfield, Real Madrid doesn't need to play Rudiger or Militao at midfield at all.